Well, our New Year's Day was really warm, but we're looking forward to a chance for some snow coming up on Monday morning. The storm system will bring us a lot of rainfall. We'll get a couple of those showers tomorrow, and then we'll see more rain move into our area tomorrow night, changing over the snow on Monday. Here's our forecast for your Sunday. We'll have scattered showers overnight tonight and also into tomorrow morning across our area. Scattered light rain, maybe a couple of rumbles of thunder are possible too, but I don't really see a lot of big rain coming up for our Sunday. But we will have a good chance for some rain with high temperatures in the 60s for tomorrow. Then on Monday morning, here we go. Let's talk about this. So this is 4 a.m. Notice the wind coming in out of the north to northeast at around 18 miles an hour. So we have that warm breeze coming right off the Chesapeake Bay, coming off the ocean, and also off the ocean into North Carolina. That's really going to keep temperatures above freezing for maybe a long time during this event and limit the amount of snow that we get across parts of our area. Now, into the early morning hours still, an hour later at 5 a.m., we do see that switch over happening across the south side. However, there could still be a zone right here where this mix area, which this model goes really thin on it, I think it could be a lot wider, will stay persistent for a good hour or so as it struggles to switch over to snow across the south side and parts of the peninsula. But we could have some heavier snow bands setting up across the middle peninsula and also the peninsula at this point because the air will be cold enough for it. And that will be maybe an issue where you'll have higher accumulations in other spots. Now we're starting to see some of those heavier bands setting up temporarily over the south side cities. This is at 7 a.m. So we have a couple of hours where we'll see the snow come down. And if it comes down fast enough, it should be able to overcome the warm ground and the warmer air that we have in place. By the late morning hours on Monday and into the afternoon, the snow's gone. It'll be a cold and windy day coming up on Monday. Now look at this. These are all four of the snow totals by the forecast models. Look at the GFS painting 8 inches for Williamsburg. Look at the Euro throwing down 3 to 4 inches across the south side. So we still have some time with this to see how these models are going to come together. But I believe they're not doing a very good job with two different factors. I think they're thinking things are going to be too cold. One of those factors is the fact that the ground is super warm from today and also going into tonight and tomorrow. Our temperatures are not going to drop below 60 degrees before this changeover starts to happen, and then it'll start to get colder, obviously. But we have a soil temperature right now of 55 degrees. That's going to warm the ground from the ground up and melt the snowfall and limit how much accumulates. Also, the Chesapeake Bay is still really warm. Usually the water temperatures are in the 40s this time of the year, but they're in the low 50s, so they're still warm. All of that wind blowing across the water is going to either melt the snow down to a liquid droplet or it's going to get it to be a very warm snowflake. Warm snowflakes don't accumulate that much. Cold snowflakes do. They're fluffier. So if they're warmer, they kind of compact a bit, so to limit how much snow does accumulate. Coating on grass, decks, roads will stay wet, I believe. We could get a coating on the grass maybe into Virginia Beach and Chesapeake, eastern Chesapeake, and parts of the south side, also into North Carolina. Higher amounts will be farther to the north, where there could be a good 1 to 2 inches of snow. We probably will see the grass get completely covered, maybe in a couple of spots far to the north. So that's something that we're going to have to watch for Monday morning. Roads, I believe, will get slushy for the lesser traveled roads. The freeways like 64, since the air temperature is going to be above 32 degrees. For the entire time of the event, we shouldn't have a problem with our freeways. They should be fine. They'll be wet and there'll be extra volume because it's back to school, back to work, but I don't see them becoming sheets of ice since our temperature will be above freezing and several degrees above freezing. Here's a look at some of the impacts. There'll also be some minor tidal flooding. So we'll keep an eye on the updates for this. We'll have another update with the models tomorrow morning. Steve Fundero will have that. And then we'll see what happens also tomorrow night because that's still before the event and there still will be some changes to this. Who knows? Maybe those models that said we're going to get a lot of snow, several inches, could come true. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good night.